Hey guys, I'm Karina.
And I'm Eric.
And welcome back to the Late Podcast. The law according to Eric. All right, so today at the end, we finally have the Josh story that we were waiting when we broke of 1,500, which we did.
Yeah, 1,500 plus.
Yes. So today's theme to go on with that story is couples therapy or couples who need therapy. So, 'cause there's a lot of them out there.
I bet. It's funny. I mean, you mentioned that. Like, I remember having a whole argument with my ex.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she got like really mad at me one day and like screamed at me that I'm a total jerk and that I don't listen to any word. You know, I don't listen to a word she says. All I kept thinking was like, what a weird way to start a conversation. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mine was, it's a set the theme in couples therapy. It says, the wife, he's always talking down on me. The guy, heavy sigh, it's called being condescending, but I doubt you knew that, Karen. They should stay in there.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Right? Thank you. All right, so first story. This one's titled, Am I the Asshole for Not Wanting to Adopt My Wife's Child? I, 27 male, used to have a wonderful relationship with the woman that I love, 26 female. However, 5 years ago, she got drunk, had a one-night stand, and got pregnant from it. Can't be mine. I can't have kids due to the horseback riding injury when I was a teen.
Oh.
Yep, I don't even want to know what happened. But
Horseback riding injury. It's like fucking Montana or something. Okay.
Well, she didn't get the guy's name. There's no way to find him, and he's out the picture.
Uh-huh.
My wife decided to keep the baby, and we almost went through a divorce, but couples therapy made us decide to try again. We're still in therapy now because I still have a hard time trusting her. I would too. She went to the bar and got pregnant. That's crazy. So she had her son. We talked about it, and I made it clear that I'm okay taking on a step-parent role, but I would never be his dad. I wouldn't want to adopt him. I wouldn't want to raise him, but I would help raise him and get him off to college. My wife agreed to this and became a stay-at-home mom so she could take care of him with help from her parents. And I've pretty much been the fun uncle-like guy. I play with him. I buy him games. I try my best not to resent him. And I am in therapy for this. And mostly, I just stay out of the way of my life's parenting. He even calls me uncle instead of dad. He knows I'm not his father and is just happy to play video games with me and chill. Well, recently, my wife has started talking about me adopting him again. Something I'm not willing to do. I made it clear that if anything happened, he would go live with her parents and I'd send the child support. And if they couldn't take him, I wouldn't put him in foster care or anything, but I also wasn't willing to take on the responsibility of being his father when I am not. I'm happy being an uncle to another man's kid since that was what life threw at me. This has greatly upset her and she's trying to find a way to force me into adopting him. She's even been manipulating the poor kid, saying that he should start calling me dad instead of uncle like he has his entire life, which is upsetting and confusing to the poor boy. This situation has worked for the last 5 years, and I don't know why she's trying to change something that isn't broken or force me into the role that I told her years ago that I wasn't willing to accept, which she's fine with until now. Now she's saying that we need to go to couples therapy again or even family therapy so I can bring her son in and hear what he has to say, which I'm pretty sure she's the one who has put it into his head. Am I the asshole here for not wanting to adopt this child?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I think he's being honest.
They're both manipulative people.
Very.
And they're actually both shitty in their own way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if he has reconciled with his wife or is in the process of
right
and accepts what happened, then he needs to accept all of it.
That's true.
That's my feeling.
Yeah.
It's more confusing, I think, to the child. Because you want to tell me he doesn't see uncle whatever and mom holding hands or
kissing,
waking up in the same bed, all that kind of stuff. And as he gets older, it's going to come out or he's going to realize or understand. And either the mom at that point has to lie and say like, well, your real dad died before you or something. Or
the kid knows it's not his dad.
Well, I'm saying, but at some point he's going to be old enough to where he's going to want to know
what happened.
Right.
Who his dad is.
And at that point, mom's going to be like, look, I hoarded up one night.
Night.
Down at the bar drunk. And got hit by some cowboy or whatever. Cause, or she has to lie about,
what really happened.
I didn't know him. He died before you were born or some bullshit. He went to war. I don't know, whatever. None of it ends well with that. Look, I'm a big proponent about just being direct, right? Just being straight about it. And so if you want to avoid all the pain and agony that's going to come down the pike, you should just adopt the kid. The idea that, because all you're doing is punishing the child for your wife's indiscretions. Okay. He didn't ask to be born. He didn't ask to be a bastard. Okay. He didn't ask for a whore for a mom.
Exactly.
Okay. If you are the stability in his life and you have essentially taken on the financial support role, just go the whole way. Try to live like a normal family the best you can.
Exactly.
Because again, if you have made the choice to seek therapy, to try to remain a couple, forgive if you can. And by the way, based on what he said and how long ago this happened, he's never fucking forgiving her.
No.
This will never be okay.
No.
You're almost better off ending the relationship now.
Yes.
Right?
Well, that's what happened. There's an update.
Oh, well, okay. Because I'm saying the mixed signals are crazy. And by the way, if this relationship ended because he simply refused to adopt this kid and the wife was like, it's him or it's that or me, and he said, then he's a bigger asshole than I thought.
Actually, it's a bit. You want to hear the update?
Yeah.
He kind of became a little bigger of an asshole.
Okay.
He said, update. After reading everything, I told my wife I was leaving and pursuing the divorce. I think I've been ready to do so for a while, but I just needed this push. This has led to a complete meltdown, but I stay firm. I packed everything up, moved in with my brother across town, and I already have contacted the landlord to let him know that I would pay 2 more months of rent. After that, everything needs to be switched to her. Talking to my lawyer, I was verified that due to the process I went through after the birth to establish I wasn't the father, I would not have to pay any child support or alimony, which is something very rare and uncommon anyway where I live. He's already working on the paperwork. No idea when it all happened, but once it does, I'll cut off full contact to both of them. My wife has tried to call and text multiple times, but I really don't want to talk to her.
Yeah, so he had his mind made up before he went to fucking Reddit.
Yeah.
And if you need the internet to push you to do something like this, then you're a ginormous asshole.
And that's such an asshole. The kid just left the kid's life too. Well, think about it. The kid now has just even lost his uncle or like whatever father figure he had in his life. You
know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this is one of them southern states.
Probably.
Horseback riding and all that, or something in the Midwest. Maybe there's a different sense of masculinity, if you will. There's like stereotypes. You know, maybe he got a lot of, we got a hard time from his friends for all this.
Maybe.
But having said that, like, do you know that singer Jelly Roll?
No.
Okay. He's just like big country singer, but he's like 380 pounds. Big guy. He even got tattoos on his face. So like, if you Google image him, he's
That's what I'm doing, right?
Okay. So this guy is the inside of Jelly Roll's asshole. Okay. That's how nasty and grubby he is for even going through all this.
Yep.
And then, Reddit, tell me what to do. Should I divorce?
Reddit said everyone's stuck in the situation. Yeah.
I mean, just grow a fucking pair, pal.
Exactly.
If you make a decision, stick to it. Because it's not just your life you're toying with. And let me just tell you, initially, I think his instincts were right. If my wife hoarded up one night and, one too many at a bar, we'd be done.
Yeah.
And by the way, not because she got drunk. Because the old saying, like, the drunker you are, the more honest you are.
Exactly.
Okay, so clearly she wasn't happy. There was something she was missing.
That she went and
and just needed to go get drunk. And
because she could have went right back home.
100%.
Right back at home.
Hey, she could have cracked the beer out of the fridge.
Exactly.
Okay, this is not so there was other stuff going on.
Yep.
But my point is, if you look past that and now you're 5 years down the road and you're the only male role model in this child's life, then own it.
And you've done everything for this
child. Own it. That's right.
She was a stay-at-home mom. She decided to stay at home to raise this kid when you said, yep, I'll financially support both of you. And now you're just stepping back from that?
Well, yeah, but she's a stay-at-home mom because she might have gotten too old for the pole or whatever. I'm just saying, like, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
But that's not the point. And who knows what kind of skill set she had anyway, but it's not the point. And then to be like, and my lawyer says, I don't have to pay for shit. And
Yeah.
And I'm only paying 2 more months of rent.
Yeah, I'm cutting full contact.
Right. And now you're on your own. Fuck you. You're really hurting innocent people.
Yeah.
Again, if you want to punish your old lady for, taking dick somewhere else, that's between you and her. The kid had nothing to do with it.
Exactly. The kid looked up to you. The kid.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with it.
You guys have a great relationship. This was something not even therapy fixed. That's what I'm saying. Had a great relationship.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah. This isn't something that even therapy could have fixed anymore. Like he said, he tried therapy. He wasn't going to get past this. So that's it.
An ass.
I know.
Sorry.
All right. Next one.
Good start, Karina. Get me all riled up. We haven't even gotten into the heart of the episode yet.
I know. All right. Next one is what would Eric do? My 25 male girlfriend, 26 female, wants me to get a background check and go to therapy to make sure I'm not an abuser. Yeah.
Okay.
My girlfriend knows my main, so he made this like fake account to put this out there.
Okay? Of course.
My girlfriend and I have been together for 5 years now, and we live together in an apartment. Up until now, I thought we had a great relationship. We rarely argue, and we both have really good careers, and we both love each other's family. Well, recently my girlfriend's best friend got out of an abusive relationship. She was with that guy for a year. My girlfriend and her best friend, we'll call her Susan, used to talk about how amazing and wonderful he was and how we'd be couple friends. Well, in the past few months, the guy really showed his true colors. He tried to tell Susan what she could wear, who she could talk to, etc. Things came to a head when he put his hands on her during a fight. He's now being charged with assault, and me and my girlfriend have had Susan staying with us so she can feel safe since she doesn't have any family in the city. Well, recently, my girlfriend has been sleeping in the guest bedroom with Susan, which is obviously fine with me because Susan probably needs the comfort. But now my girlfriend is telling me she wants me to get a background check to prove that I also don't have a history of abuse or other crimes, and she also wants me to go to therapy to be quote-unquote screened for future abusive behavior. I was shocked. I thought she was joking at first, but she's 1,000% serious. I really did think it was crazy at first, but now that I've had time to sit on it, I'm actually devastated that she would think I'm capable of being abusive. In her words, Susan didn't know that her ex-boyfriend was abusive until they were already dating for a year. I just want to be sure with you. My girlfriend has known me for 6 years, and we've been together for 5 of those 6. I feel like that's long enough to know someone. Either way, I packed up my stuff and I left the apartment because I feel like my girlfriend just accused me of being one of the worst things a man can be. I'm currently staying with my parents. My girlfriend has called and told me she doesn't truly think I'm an abuser, but she still wants to pursue the background check to be 100% sure. What would you do in my situation?
Well, it's an interesting one. I have a couple thoughts on this. Mm-hmm. So first, the standard background check can't tell if unless you have like a history of like criminal convictions or something.
Beating people up, yeah. Like,
but even then, like, you know, your standard background check, it's not like this is the fucking FBI.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, online like background checks, basically just look for public records.
Yeah.
So unless you have some kind of like public record
of you just
like restraining order against you or something, so fucking tell her fine. Do a background. What do you care?
Exactly.
You're fucking 25.
But going to therapy?
No, I mean, how much history could you have?
Exactly.
No, it sounds like at the end she kind of dropped the therapy thing. It was just like, I still want you to background check.
Let me make sure.
But even if it doesn't matter, just get the fucking background check. That's what would Eric do? If I like this person and we were serious and clearly they're living together, and I know I don't have anything to hide anyway, so fucking make her happy. Because you know what likely happened? What likely happened is the friend, was just venting to her and was telling her, like, girl, you just don't know.
You never know.
I thought I knew Billy so well.
Exactly.
And then that one time, you know, I was just mad and we were arguing and then, you know, okay. And so she just made her think that if it happened to her, it could happen to anybody. Which, by the way, is completely untrue because even the most docile, kindest of people have breaking points, men and women alike. Exactly. So, but that's likely what happened. That's number one. Number two, and I'm just saying, okay, for the audience, this is not necessarily something Eric would do.
Right.
But buddy, work the threesome angles. You got, okay. You got a girl dying for rebound, you know, to get rebound sex. You got your girlfriend who's like commiserating with her. Show them all that you're a loving, attentive guy and get that fantasy out of the way. Oh, girl.
Maybe Susan's ugly. I don't know.
You know what? If this guy's every guy wants a threesome, okay? Especially if it's with their own girlfriend plus one. I don't care what she looks like. He's going for it. And all he needs to be like, you know what? I was thinking about it, girl, and you're right. I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to get background check. I'm going to go to counseling. Come with me so you can see just how loving I am. Bring your friend. You're like, bring your friend. Yo, well, she could see too that she's in a safe place with us. Right? Work that angle, bruh. I mean, I'm just saying, get some.
Well, to add the therapy, someone asked, so she dropped the therapy thing, and he said, no, when I brought this up that I wouldn't do it, her response was, well, I think everyone should go to therapy.
Well, I'll tell you what. No, listen. I don't laugh. I don't think that there are many downsides to going to therapy.
No, of course not.
You know, everybody's got some issue that they can talk out.
But you go to therapy themselves. When you want to go. You can't be forced to go to therapy.
Well, you can. You can be compelled to anger management, which is a type of therapy, you know, by court order. But honestly, if you're not ready to face or deal with whatever the issue is, it's not going to help. So you're right in that forced therapy or going just to appease someone.
Exactly.
But at the same time, if you're going to appease someone and try to get a little extra out of it, I mean, what the fuck, right? I mean, just, you know, you could be that guy. It's an hour a week, maybe hour every 2 weeks.
My thing is, though, they've been together for 6 years, and she's just now being like, oh my God, I'm scared you're an abuser.
It doesn't mean anything. She's just saying that because her friend got her all nervous. And you know what? Honestly, you never know.
Yeah.
Everybody has a breaking point of some kind.
Yeah.
But there's no point of going to therapy if you are not or have not become abusive, right? I mean, you can argue the idea of sort of like preventative maintenance, right? You want to just deal with stuff now just in case. No, I don't think it's going to make a difference.
And therapy doesn't work like that. A therapist isn't going to be like, you know what? You're right. Like, your boyfriend, he might be abusive.
No, I'm with you. It doesn't. The only reason I would do it is honestly, if I really, really love this person and I want to spend my life with them. And so sometimes you just do things to satisfy the other. Right. Or if I'm trying to hook them both, I'm just saying, I got my cowboy rope out, trying to lasso them two bitches, and boom, right? This is the way it's going to happen.
That too.
And I could do, he could do it in therapy too. He could be like, look, this is a deep secret that nobody knows, but
I thought you were going to say he could throw the therapy too.
No, I mean, he could use the therapy session as a way to bring up the idea. He'd be like, look, I'm just getting in touch with myself, and you just need to know that this is just something I always wanted to do with you specifically because I love you so much. And if she's that easily manipulated to where she could turn this loving relationship into an abusive one,
exactly,
he can Jedi mind trick her into a threesome with her friend.
Definitely. So put out some gaslighting.
That's it. I'm saying that's the ticket. That's what he should do.
Gaslighting, yep.
Right? Bam. See, we just solved his problem. We not only solved his problem, we gave him
extra on what he asked for.
We put gravy on top. Damn, we're good.
All right. Next one. Next one is, am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for not agreeing to a paternity test unless my husband goes to therapy?
Okay.
I, 28 female, and my husband, 32 male, have a 3-year-old son together. There has never been any doubts that my husband is not the father. I've never given him any cause for concern that I cheated on him, and he acknowledges all of this. Last week, he came to me and said that for the last few months, he has been plagued, his own words, with the anxiety that our son is not his. They don't look identical, granted, but they definitely share similar features, and I see my husband whenever I look at my son. I was obviously blindsided by this. I had no idea he was having these thoughts. I asked him to explain why he thought that he wasn't his, and he really couldn't provide an answer other than, I don't know, it's just a gut feeling. He asked me if I would be okay if he got a paternity test done so it could ease his mind. I initially said absolutely not. No way in hell. I was actually very offended. He told me that he could just do it without my permission, and I said if he did that, I would never forgive him. My husband does not have a history of anxiety, but he did lose a job back at the start of the pandemic, so he's been with our son most of the time for this past couple of years, while I work my full-time job from home as well. I know this hasn't been easy on him. I'm not a psychiatrist or anything like that, but maybe he is starting to resent our son or something from just having to be around him constantly. After our first heated conversation, I spoke with some friends about it, and they said that he probably was having psychiatric problems due to the stress of not having a job. I came back to my husband and said that if he went to therapy and maybe started taking some anti-anxiety meds, that I would consider getting him the test. He was very upset at this and said that once he got the results of the test back, he wouldn't be anxious anymore, and that I wasn't being fair by making him go through all of the rigmarole again, his word, to just get peace of mind, which is a phrase he used a lot during this. He again threatened to just get the test done without my permission, and I said I would effectively end our relationship. I think there's some more serious things going on here, and I thought that my solution here is as fair as I'm willing to be. My friends are divided. Some think I should just take the test, and others are saying he's being insane, and that if I cave to this, there's just going to be something else after. I need some neutral perspective here. Am I the asshole? I think they both need couples therapy. I mean, they both need to go to therapy.
She's the asshole for going to Reddit with this advice, right? Like, we could really use your help, internet. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you like? Give me a fucking break.
Yep.
Now, to address the actual question, let me just say this. Mm-hmm. If she really has no doubt,
do the test.
Right. Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
There is something to be said about this idea that if she caves in now, he'll always sort of push for something else.
Yeah.
But you know what? She can hold firmer ground on a different issue.
Yeah.
If this is going to put an end to the anxiety he's feeling for this particular reason, and it doesn't matter why.
Right.
And by the way, for our now 1,500 listeners, there's a fucking reason he feels this way. Something's going on. Something slipped. He saw a message on her phone. Something.
Or he could be cheating.
I don't think he is. Why would he want the test for her?
That's what sometimes happens when people not like exactly that, but I'm saying if someone's doing something that they don't want their partner doing or scared their partner done in the past, they'll start to accuse them of it. So maybe if he's
I see, reverse psychology.
Well, yeah, I cheated on her. She could have cheated on me, and that's not even my son.
Yeah, maybe, but again, to put an end to that, because if he's the one actually cheating and she doesn't know, that's going to happen anyway.
Exactly.
So you know what? yeah. So are you the asshole? Yeah. Why, honestly,
Yeah.
I get the moral high ground.
Yeah.
What if you don't
You're
believe
accusing me
me?
of
Right.
cheating.
You were there and when I gave birth, that doesn't mean shit. Right. I might have been in the room when you delivered, but as if I wasn't in the room when you were conceived. Right. I mean, they're different things. And it sounds like he is the dad, and I don't care about what they look like, don't look like, because kids, their appearances change.
Exactly.
It's not about that. Okay. Just take the fucking test, show them the results. And by the way, Miss Thing, if the results come back correct, you could use that against him all the fucking time.
I would milk it so bad. I told you.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God. I would love that. That leeway, you could get whatever you want. That
is leverage, without a doubt.
Yep.
Total leverage. So fucking do it for no other reason. Oh, and by the way, not for nothing, but you can do it. And if the results are bad, he doesn't have to know you did it.
Exactly.
You don't have to tell him.
Exactly. If she's scared, but that's not the dad.
No, I'm just saying, just do it on the DL.
Exactly.
And if it comes back clean, hey, look, fucker, I did it. Okay. And here you go. And then really pour it on.
Exactly.
And now, how dare you ever, right? But God forbid, if it comes back not clean, just pretend like you didn't do it and then stand your ground.
Exactly.
Like, you know what? I gave this a lot of thought. I won't subject myself to that.
I just feel like that goes against my character.
Right. Reverse psychology the shit out of it.
Gaslight him.
Right. But for now,
take that shit.
You got way more to gain than you have to lose by not taking the test.
If you wanted a new car, go ahead.
Whatever it is, yeah. You can, the guy doesn't work, but it's all her income anyway. Right? But I'm just saying,
yeah, that's
maybe it's been a while since she's had a good dicking. And if that's the case, make him feel good.
Exactly.
Hey, let's make baby number 2 now that you know.
No, he's going to, this is going to
come again 2 years later. Whatever it is, just do it. Do it, and then show him only if the results are right.
Yeah. If
they're not, tuck it away, burn them, throw them away, whatever, shred it.
I don't think it's being with the kid though. She's like, I think it's because he's had to spend so much time with our child. I don't think that's what it is.
That's not it. It sounds like he's got some kind of depression going on. It could be being cooped up in the house. She works from home, so she's there too. People that don't work, I should say men especially, but I really think at this point it can go for anybody in society, but people that don't have regular jobs or don't have productive things to do all day, they can fall into a funk.
Yeah. You go into these rabbit holes and you stress yourself out. You're thinking, your mind's not clear anymore.
It also, I hate to say this, but also has to do with their age and the generation they're in.
Yeah.
I can tell you, for me, even during the pandemic, I came to the office because I just feel like I can't do anything when I'm home. I'm not productive.
Yeah.
And even though it's a bit of a drive or 45 minutes or an hour, whatever, I don't care. I get more done when I'm actually in my office. Sometimes I'll come in on a Saturday just to get some stuff. I could do from home.
Yeah.
Like when I have to do my continued legal education stuff, we have to do these 40 something hours every couple of years.
Yeah.
And most of these are just streaming videos you can watch, and I can watch from anywhere. Yeah. I come to the office and do it. Yeah. I pay more attention. I stay focused. So maybe there's some of that going on where he just doesn't feel like a man. And so now he's questioning everything. There might be a deeper issue and therapy might be good for them.
Yeah.
But for these purposes, do the test. Oh, and by the way, Mom, if the test comes out right and you're all good, you can really push him for therapy.
Exactly. You'd be like, you really have some trust issues.
Right. You put me through this for no reason.
Exactly.
Right.
And you have more leeway there to get him in therapy like that. Because now you're like, well, you obviously have trust issues. You obviously have more issues there. And I need you to work on that for us to have a good marriage. And you could really get him to get a good therapy now. So you could use that for your advantage as well. But I don't know. Maybe she's scared it's not the dad. Maybe that's what maybe he's, he really isn't the dad. And she's just afraid that it's not the dad.
Well, if that's the case, so I don't know. It feels like she wouldn't go to Reddit over that. I mean, she just knew this deep, dark secret. Or maybe the Reddit post would be more like, hey, they don't know, but I did have a one night stand and I'm not sure. I feel like, especially if it's an anonymous post, that might be more.
Well, she made an account just for this because the name of the account is He's the Father.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like if it's a burner account anyway, and she was really concerned that she was, out fiddling around and got pregnant by somebody else, that would have been in the post.
Oh, I went to her account to see if there was more updates, but they suspended her.
Oh my God. They said, okay, they suspended her account. Yeah. The fact that you're even looking it all up though, damn, girl.
I'm nosy. You know this. I love to know all the updates on these.
I know.
All right. Next one then. All right. This title is, my partner expects everyone to do gymnastics around his perception of his ex, but I would rather not anymore. So this is the story now. My 34 female partner, 37 male, of 2 years has an ex-wife, 44 female, and 2 kids, 6 and 3. They're both boys. My family is in town for my birthday, and just weeks after my partner's family visited. My partner sees his kids every weekend, and to not disrupt that schedule, we booked a 3-night stay near the kids. We live 4 hours away from them, so that we could have a night in the city and also pick up my family at the airport so he could still see the kids without a ton of driving. On the 4-hour drive back to our house, he mentioned going to the zoo this upcoming weekend, and my half-brothers, 12 and 10, got pretty excited about this. My partner's kids also took a strong liking to my brothers when they met, so this seemed like a cool idea for all of the youngsters. Well, my partner is now backtracking. First, because he claimed not everyone would fit on an SUV, which seats 4 passengers. I explained that there are, in fact, enough seats for all the kids, and the rest of us would just be happy to be dropped off somewhere in the city before he picks up the kids. I'm not a fan of zoo, and there are a ton of other things me and my mom can do. Then, he said my brothers would need to wait somewhere else while he went to his ex's house. Sorry, I lost my place. Okay. To this another point of contention, because he doesn't just pick them up, he also goes inside, spends 10 to 15 minutes helping them get ready, quote unquote, and for some reason repeats the same thing at drop off. I assume divorced couples who supposedly hate each other would pick a neutral place for drop off, right? Well, no, but he says that it's inconvenient for her, and my brothers can't be in the car because she wouldn't like that my brothers are there. I asked what the harm would be if they waited in the car, and he reminded me that she threw a fit last time he asked if we could pick the kids up for pizza when my family was in town, mentioning that my brothers would like to see their kids. She had said something to the effect of, please have the decency not to ask me such questions. I was confused at that time because she didn't seem to have a problem with her kids and my brothers playing when they had all been at our home. She's a bitch.
No, I'm just going to say, honestly, I'm going to need the cliff notes on this. I already I can't even follow what this issue is.
So the issue is that she doesn't like that he bends to her rules. So no one can go with him when he goes to pick up the kids. No one can even be in the car and wait in the car while he goes inside to pick up the kids. She doesn't like them even being in the town. Like the fact that her brothers are in the same town as her, she doesn't like that. She has an issue with that. And he just adjusts to that. He's like, whatever she wants, I'll give to her. She doesn't even take his parents over there because she doesn't want anyone near her driveway. Okay. And she's tired of it. And she's like, I don't think it's fair.
Yeah, so she's a flaming cunt and he needs to grow up here.
I don't think she's a cunt.
She's a bitch.
You would be okay with that?
No. The person that's
I thought you were saying his wife, like his wife now.
Ex.
And I was like,
she's 100%. She's a flaming cunt and he needs to grow up here.
And hers, like when he asked, like, hey, is it okay if we go pick up the kids for pizza? I have my wife's brothers here. She was like, why would you ask me such things? Please have the decency to not ask me such questions. Like, fuck you.
Well, but here's the point. I could look. I don't know whatever arrangement they have or don't have. I understand clearly the kids are younger, but at the end of the day, when it's his time, it's his time.
Exactly.
That's all. Mm-hmm. And putting these conditions or restrictions is only going to upset things. And that's being done intentionally because she's still butthurt or bitter over their divorce or the fact that he's moved on. Right?
Yeah, apparently she doesn't want to meet her, and she's like, "Please don't even put me in the position to not meet her." So apparently, at some reunion, he has to go. So he couldn't even bring her.
Because, I get that somewhat, right? Like my ex has never met, who I'm with now, and I don't think that there's ever. Although they did meet each other years and years and years ago.
At that dinner, right?
No, we went on a double date.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, a long time. I know it's so weird, but anyway. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. This is just
bitchy.
It's just so unnecessary.
You're bitter.
Yes.
You're bitter.
Yes, she is. She's fucking horseradish.
Exactly. And he's a bitch.
Yeah, he needs to grow up here. 100%.
Like, why are you so scared of your ex?
Yeah, grow a sack. You're remarried, right? What you don't owe this woman anything other than whatever financial support you're obligated to. Okay? If you're trying to be the best dad you can be, and so you take your kids to see their uncle-in-laws or their step-uncles, whatever you want to call them, and, so what? But let me just tell you, I am a personal, firm believer in that kind of family dynamic. Yeah. I don't care. Yeah. I think the more the merrier. Let everybody get along. I hate walking on eggshells around people because my person might be uncomfortable with something. Like everybody's got to grow up here. These people, especially, all of their inner children are getting the best of them.
What do you think about him going in every time he drops them off? For 15 minutes. I think that's weird too.
It is.
Why are you still going into the house and spending 15, 20 minutes in there?
Well, I know what he's doing. I'm just saying, listen, and the fact that it's lasting 15 minutes is still pretty good.
Exactly.
Do you know on average sex lasts 7 minutes? You can read that, but it's true. There's reports. It just feels like, but it's like Disneyland.
Exactly.
No, it's like Magic Mountain.
You wait in those
That's
long
right.
lines.
It takes a long fucking time for a 4-minute ride.
Yep.
And then you're done.
Oh, the rest of the time, he's taking off his clothes, putting on his clothes.
All that stuff. So, I mean, but all jokes aside, this is a cunty, bitter ex who is going out of her way to make things difficult unnecessarily.
Hell.
Right. It doesn't sound like the kids are super affected by it at this point, but they will be at some point when Uncle Roger can't come in.
It's been 2 years of this.
That's what I'm saying. At some point she needs to move the fuck on, and he needs to grow a spine. He needs to get some. His nuts have to drop at this point.
Exactly.
And just say what you need to fucking say and deal with it.
I feel bad for the girl too, because she was like saying like, I don't have kids of my own, and maybe that's why I don't understand. And I was like, no, like he's a bitch. Like you did nothing wrong, and I'm surprised she hasn't confronted the girlfriend, the ex-wife, honestly. Because at this point, I would have been like, you're a bitch. Like, I would have said
that's
something.
Not going to help anything, though.
It's not. It probably would make things worse. But, it's hard to keep quiet over stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. All right. Next one. This one is called, Am I the Asshole for Confronting My Friend About Requesting Nudes of My Wife?
What?
Yep.
Okay.
I, 32 male, am married to my wife, 27 female. We have mutual friends, 27 female and 25 male, who we have also known for the past 3 years. Recently, our wives went on a trip together. During said trip, my friend, 25 male, we'll call him Ron, asked his wife several times a day for nudes of him and my wife together. We have previously had several conversations about sexual experiences in which we have all decided we are monogamous and we do not have interest in each other's partners, but we do feel comfortable talking about our sex lives together. Weird, but whatever.
It's already beyond weird.
It's already weird.
So inappropriate.
Yep. Nothing has ever gone on between the four of us, and nothing ever will. Ron has confided in me over the past 3 years about the issues in infidelity and his sex addiction, and we have talked openly about those issues, and I have urged him to be faithful with his wife. He has had 3 affairs that he has admitted to. He has also made several moves on my wife, which at every time she's either ignored him or shut him down. On to the issue. On this trip, Ron was texting his wife several times a day asking for nudes, but also encouraging her to take nudes with my wife. He was even sending money as a ploy for these pictures. Also, I should add that this trip was for a concert that Ron paid for the tickets for our wives. It was his wife's Christmas present. So he used that as leverage for these pictures. My wife felt obligated to send a nude after Ron sent money to his wife to pay for something for my wife. The moment she sent it, she texted me and told me the whole story and how she felt really uncomfortable. This went on for the whole weekend, with my wife being pressured into taking naked pictures in return for money. My wife sent 2 pictures, after being pressured. I confronted him today and he told me that I was just overreacting. He said that we all talk about sex together and that it's not weird if he asked my wife for nudes. I would never ask my wife for nudes of any of her friends, nor would I ever pressure her into doing that. His defense is that we have sent nudes between the 4 of us. For example, I sent him a Snapchat of me and my wife super drunk with my flaccid dick in her mouth. Gross, I know, but it was funny. I don't know, but it was funny at the time. So am I the asshole for confronting him? Am I the asshole for confronting him and telling him that he has crossed the boundary for begging my wife for begging his wife of naked pictures of my wife?
And this guy sent his own wet noodle picture.
Yeah.
I mean,
Therapy.
This is some kind of weird swinger thing. I don't know.
Oh, he said no.
I know what he's saying, but
what he's saying and what he's typing are not the same thing.
Right. There's all sorts of crazy in this. I mean, you want the simple answer? Is he the asshole? No. Put your fucking foot down.
Exactly.
And by the way, control your fucking wife.
That too.
I mean, I'm sorry to say it like that, but
no, but at that point, like, you sent them
right.
still.
The fucking damage is done.
No.
Right. Or come to me sooner. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, I need you to intervene here because I'm getting pressure.
Exactly.
This guy won't fucking let up.
Exactly.
But don't fucking do it because now it's over. And by the way, fam, right? 1500 plus. Mm-hmm. Let me give you some advice. Eric is about to drop some incredibly important knowledge on all of you. Mm-hmm. The internet is forever. Okay. There's the fucking clouds, the backup. Those fucking pictures are somewhere and will always be somewhere and always be retrievable. Mm-hmm. Who knows if this guy puts them up on some fucked up fetish websites?
Exactly. You don't know what he's doing.
That's my point. Okay. Nothing is like the old days where you could just throw a picture away and burn it. No, the digital age means everything is everything and will always be there. So congratulations. You're now officially some whore, right? Your pictures up on the internet. Yep. I don't even know what kind of pictures they were, but if you're showing the vajayjay or whatever, it's out there and everyone's going to see it.
There's a wife side of the story.
Oh.
I just saw the comment. Sorry. I saw someone say the wife's comment is down here. Do you want to hear the wife's side?
Yeah.
Okay. She said, my husband posted this on a throwaway account as we were afraid of our friends might seeing this. But honestly, at this point, I don't care anymore. And I'd like to share my side and point of view of the story. The concert tickets were purchased back in December as a Christmas gift for his wife for me to go along with her. We have not lived in the same state as each other in over a year. So it was also a trip to see who I thought was one of my best friends. The first day of the trip, Ron kept sending money to his wife to buy things like paying for our meals and buying clothes. I thought it was super sweet, and he kept saying, it's part of your gift. You guys have fun. She kept mentioning how sweet he was being and how we owe him. It all felt really odd to me. And when we got, what were you going to say?
This feels like a cult kind of thing.
It does.
Like almost like the husband is sending the wife to groom and recruit his friend.
Yes. That's what it sounds like.
That's what that sounds like, but okay.
She said, when we got back to the hotel, she said we should take a little tit pit together to send to her husband since he's been so good to us. I really felt uncomfortable, but did it after some drinks and convincing from her end. Apparently, her husband had been begging for a nude of both of us together all day because he thought it was hot. He has also talked several times about my friend and I being intimate together, and I thought it was just a weird joke, but now I don't think he was kidding. You think? Yeah. The next day was more of the same, except he was begging her for pictures all day. When she asked me to do it again, she said he's in a really bad mood and this will really cheer him up. As far as the flaccid dick in my mouth picture goes, this was months ago and was sent as a part of a back and forth bullshitting. My husband was wasted, to be frank, and I was definitely drunk, but I did consent to that picture. I am in therapy and know that I need to work on setting boundaries. My husband also is in therapy, and we have since talked about setting better boundaries. We are so open with our other friends and are definitely oversharers. My husband and I talk about sex openly with all our friends because we believe it shouldn't be a taboo subject. Unfortunately, I guess we opened up to the wrong people. My husband tried to play this whole situation off as Ron just being a pig, but the more he sat with the situation, the more it bothered him. So he confronted him and was hung up on several times before his wife texted my husband saying that we were being childish. I'm proud of my husband for sticking up for me, and I wish I was better at sticking up for myself. I'm not worried about the pictures coming back to haunt me. A naked body is a naked body, and honestly, mine is hot. The top comment under her thing is, I still think you're a spineless idiot. That's the first comment under her post. Well, I know.
I mean, I don't care how hot her body is or whatever. Look, if you're comfortable with it, be comfortable with it. If you're not, don't be. Exactly. You don't need to find justification, excuse. And by the way, the fact that you and your husband are in therapy together, or you have some weird boundaries of sexuality, doesn't excuse this grooming thing. And basically trying to get you into a lesbian relationship with your friend for his, pleasure. Oh my God, that's so fucking cringy. So
it's cringy. It's weird.
Okay. Bottom line, Ron's the asshole.
Ron is the asshole here. Yeah, Ron is the asshole here. Yeah. Yes. She
should have said no. I don't, when people say, but I was drunk, that's an excuse.
Exactly.
Right? That's, you don't lose your inhibition.
I've been drunk off my ass. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. You're not nobody gets that fucked up.
Exactly.
I mean, I suppose you could be more easily convinced or, okay, don't say it's just for us, right? Okay, hot, whatever. Maybe. Right. But I feel like that would have been part of the story.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
If this was more,
I was drunk.
Right. If this was more as a joke and less coercive.
Exactly.
But it's not. This was very coercive. And she, eventually just succumbed to the peer pressure and went along with it. Like a moron. So, I mean, Ron's the asshole, but she's an idiot. So, I mean, they're maybe they are made for each other.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? Sister, ask your therapist.
Yeah. This was a weird one.
It is. I mean, it's just, again, it felt almost like the guy Ron's a predator.
I didn't even know there was an update. This was the best actually that could happen from a story that the wife actually commented. So
well, yeah, but I'm just saying, it just seems like this guy Ron is a predator grooming.
That shouldn't be your friend anymore. You should cut them off.
Yeah,
you should not
especially
be friends
since they live out of state anyway.
Exactly, cut them off. You don't need them to be their friends. No,
block the fucking bitch's number.
Exactly,
and move on, and just hope that your fucking pictures don't end up on your boss's email or something one day.
Or on some weird website.
Yeah, because it almost feels like he's the kind of guy that would do that just to spite.
Exactly.
So. Yeah, make better choices.
Exactly. All right. This title, this is what would Eric do. Title is, what would you do if you found out your partner was a perv? All right. It says, I recently discovered that my partner of almost 10 years has a disgusting habit. For the past 10 years, he has been secretly taking videos of various women in public. Most of the videos are shaky and very low quality, but always with glimpses of an attractive woman. Upon looking at the collection, you might almost be fooled that the videos were simply recorded on error because of how random some of them are, and the fact that 70% of the time, it's just recording inside of his pocket. What made this interaction clear to me was one video in particular. The phone appears to be on the floor, and then when a woman walks into a frame with a clear view up her skirt. After I saw that one, I could see what he was trying to do with the others. It became very apparent that he was taking every opportunity to record up a skirt, down a skirt, or get a close-up of someone's ass and leggings. I know this because I know this will come up. Yes, I did check his phone. I know that's not great, but curiosity got the best of me because he normally has it with him 100% of the time. When he left it at home one day, I just couldn't help myself. What's crazy is I almost put it down after a few moments because everything else was super innocent and boring. I remember laughing at myself, thinking how silly I was even looking in. That's when I scrolled to the videos. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned the worst part yet. The most recent videos were my best friends in their bikinis on a trip that we all went on together. Like I was right fucking there and he still couldn't help himself. I'm so hurt and confused because the person I know would never violate another person's privacy that way. I confronted him and initially broke up on the spot, but the next morning he apologized and told me if he understands if I want to break up, but he wants to work it out. He is willing to go to personal and or couples therapy. I'm not sure if that's enough, but I'm also having a hard time letting go. What would you do?
If I'm the girl?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably nothing. I mean, it's different if he was approaching people, talking to them,
or if he
trying
was
to
approaching
convince
kids or
them.
something
Right,
like that.
but I mean, if the guy just has a little bit of a voyeur fetish.
It is weird, though.
Okay, but it's just voyeurism. He's just looking at hot women and like replaying the video. Mm-hmm. By the way, that's not that different than just watching porn on your phone. Except this is less hardcore. This is just amateur women that you find attractive. And so
technically, it's not a crime. You can record people in public.
100% you can.
The skirt is a little bit too much, but you can record people in public.
Yes, and I was just going to say, I mean, there is no legal expectation of privacy when you're out in public. People that wear the types of outfits that are revealing, again, their prerogative. I have nothing against it. I don't really care.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you have to expect that people are going to notice. There's no difference than somebody just kind of staring and gawking or someone snapping a quick picture and looking later.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, is it creepy that he's doing this?
It's creepy.
Around her to her friends? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
That's over the top. But it's still as harmless, right?
Yeah.
Because he's not taking that next step,
exactly.
at least so far.
It's not like he has like naked pictures.
Right. And it doesn't sound like, right.
He's in the bathrooms. He's not doing that.
Right. It doesn't sound like he's approaching them after.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
Hey, girl, I just shot this picture of you. You could be a model. Why don't let me take some more? No.
Not following them.
Right. So clearly, let me put it like this.
It's a weird fetish.
It is. It's voyeurism,
yes.
basically, where you just like to watch people or look at people. But let me put it like this, and this is not going to be a popular take, but look, I'm all about practicality. Okay, she didn't fucking know, and if you would have kept your phone locked or had a passcode, she would never know.
Never know.
And honestly, you guys were just fine up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, you just should have hit it better. Mm-hmm. Now that it's out in the open, you have to deal with it. If it were me, I would just be like, look, I need you just to understand that this is just my weird thing. We all have our quirks.
Yeah.
Some guys like their toes sucked. Some guys like, being
some
shaved
guys like their ass
or whatever.
ate.
Yeah, whatever. Right?
So it could have been worse.
Well, I wasn't going to go there, but okay. It's good. Karina, welcome to the podcast, Karina. But I mean, whatever it is. So maybe he just needs to say, look, I don't fantasize about other women. I don't, I've never acted on it. I've never taken a step out. I've never cheated. This is just
too weird for her though. She should leave because
she's not going
to stop, and therapy isn't going to stop this.
Well, that's my point. You're better off just to be honest about it. I'd be like, look,
mm-hmm.
Don't look if it bothers you, and maybe he can compromise. Look, I promise I won't do this around people you know.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. Okay, that might have been a little bit, but also it's clearly an addiction and a habit for him, and he may not be able to consciously control himself.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was saying.
That's where I think maybe therapy will help her understand him better.
Yeah,
but it's not going to get him to stop.
No.
He could. I mean, there are ways of therapeutically breaking habits, just like people with other addictions.
Instant. Exactly.
Right. It takes time, and you got to put in work, and maybe if this relationship is important enough to him, he'll do that. But honestly, this sounds like kind of a harmless thing. It's weird.
It's weird, but it's almost like looking at people in public.
Right. It's creepy.
Exactly.
But like, look, I people watch.
I people watch too.
Right.
Yeah. I love people watching.
Yeah, me, I do. Honestly, I do too. Except the difference is one, I don't take pictures.
Yeah.
And two, what I usually do is find like funny off-color comments to make.
Yeah.
You know, like I make fun of people. It's not, I know.
Like, no, I get it. Because my favorite thing is when I go like to brunch, I sit by the window so I can watch people outside and just walk by. And I think it's the funniest thing. Like, you get to see everything.
People will think I'm quite the hypocrite for making fun of others. And if this podcast were visual, you'd understand why. But my point is that's just, we all have these little weird quirks.
Yeah.
This just sounds like his might be a bit weirder than others.
Yeah.
But I don't know that it's breakup worthy. It's not, it's kind of harmless.
Yeah. Because like I said, it's not like he's leaving his phone in a bathroom. Now, if he's leaving it in a bathroom, he's leaving it in like a gym.
Absolutely.
That would make a difference.
Right. And let me tell you, it's different also legally.
Yeah.
Right. This is no longer a public domain. This is private space. Bathrooms are private areas. People's homes are private. Right. You have a reasonable expectation of privacy in a bathroom, even a public restroom with a stall door, in your home, in a trailer, whatever. You don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy if you're out, walking the Grove or the fucking mall. Right.
And it's like, what's the difference other than the intent, right? Of just snapping a picture on your phone of something and someone's in the background. The same thing. Right.
I think for this guy,
this is the intent, though. Sorry. I know his intent is the same thing, but that's almost the same as like I like taking pictures of the sky. If someone's just in the way, they're in the way, and it could be misconstrued as she's taking pictures of random people.
It's almost like if you had an obnoxious sister-in-law, that just found a way to press your every button.
Yeah,
almost. Changing subject. Sorry, that was for you, bro. In all seriousness, I agree that. This doesn't sound like the kind of thing. It doesn't sound like it's escalated to anything really bad. And by the way, again, I know this may not be super popular, but for women, especially younger women in their late teens, early 20s, up to late 20s, the fuck do you think when you dress with the cleavage popping out and the skirt that's barely above like the hip line? Exactly. I mean, come on, that's meant to be noticed. And I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not like old fashioned. Like we don't live in the old West where you got to wear like a dress down your ankle. I'm not saying that. You're proud of your body. Be proud of your body. Exactly. Let me tell you, in Vegas, oh my God, the fucking outfits.
Exactly.
And these are people. These are people that should never. I'm sorry, should never wear the fucking spandex and the bikinis and all that. I mean, ever. Oh my God. Prancing around the fucking hotel pool. I have seen
walking down the strip.
Oh my God. I have seen some of the most grotesque. Okay. Like last episode, we made a joke about Lizzo.
Yeah.
Imagine Lizzo in a fucking, like Lizzo times 2 in a bikini, just the fucking G-string too, like the whole bit. Yeah. That's every hotel in Vegas with a pool in the summer. It's awful.
Every hotel.
So,
the strip looks like that all the time, especially at night. Oh my God.
So bad. In the summer, I know, because it's still like 98 degrees.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah. So having said all that, I know we kind of beat this horse to death. But, like, ladies, dress however you want. If you've got the kind of body for it, be proud, flaunt it, but don't expect nobody to notice. And if you're out in public, you have to kind of accept the fact that there's going to be some creep that's going to want to take some pictures. Just, that's kind of the, cost of doing business.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Next one.
All right.
My girlfriend dumped me after I told her that I needed Viagra.
Oh, poor bastard.
I posted a couple of days ago how I was really nervous to tell my girlfriend that I might need Viagra. Well, it didn't turn out well. We met last night at her place as expected, and things happened and we were going to have sex. We had great foreplay, but when it came time, I just could not stay hard. After 5 minutes of disappointment, I told her that I've had this issue in the past, and if she gave me 30 minutes, I could take some Viagra and be ready to go. Well, she flipped out and said it was super weird that I needed it at this age. She also said it's a health risk and can affect my heart, and she doesn't want to be with someone who can drop dead any minute from a heart condition. She then also made some mocking comments about how embarrassing it must be for me. And then she said she couldn't go out with someone like me. So that ended pretty quickly. On to the next one, I suppose, while I try to build back my confidence.
What's the question? I mean, who's he? Is he the asshole? No, you need a blue pill. You need a blue pill. By
Honestly,
the way,
she's the asshole.
She is.
It's worse. He edited it. It's worse.
Oh.
Because he says, some people have asked him questions, and I'm going to mention this now. He's 31. She's 29. My mother and sister died in an accident 3 years ago, and this caused me stress and trauma, which led me to the ED. I was fine before this, and I haven't had sex for 2 years prior to yesterday. I thought I could do it without the Viagra. I'm in therapy and continuing to get better, and I think this really just put me down. That's even worse.
It is worse.
That's even worse.
Yeah,
she's a bitch.
She is.
She's the asshole. He's not the asshole.
Yeah,
she's
100%.
the asshole. Mm-hmm.
I think, statistically, I think ED affects something like 50% of the male population.
Yeah.
This is not a scarlet letter anymore. This is like very normal.
Exactly.
He might
go
be
to
a
the
little,
doctor.
well, I'm saying he might be a little young.
Exactly.
But given the stress and trauma, that's very much
exactly. And she's like, "Oh my god, I can't be with someone like you."
Yeah, that's, you know what? He might have just dodged a bullet in a lucky way.
Yes.
Right. Fucking broom this bitch and move on, and find somebody that's not going to care.
If she knew this and you're still being a bitch about this, that's terrible.
I know. That's
terrible.
Look, I'm sure that these are written in a way to sort of make everybody side with the poster to an extent.
Yeah.
But honestly, even if he exaggerated some of it, the overall, like the underlying problem here is for sure. She is just what a slag. You know what? She deserves to be fucking single now the rest of her life. Definitely, you know what I hope?
Definitely.
I hope that no man wants to touch her and that she has to become a fucking hooker just to get laid.
Exactly.
And just become like the fucking drag of society. Poor fucking guy.
Literally. And he's like, hey, just give me 30 minutes. Like, we can stuff. She's like, oh no, I can't be with you. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
I mean, it's so sad. It's, you know what? It takes less time to pop a Viagra than it does to roll a condom on.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, what's more embarrassing? Stopping in the middle like, oh, you know, hey, I got to put this on. Right? No, come on. The fucking guy a break.
Exactly. All right. Well, these last 3 are my favorites. So
last 3 are your favorites? Yeah. Oh boy, it's a long episode today.
No, we only had 10 too.
I know, but still, you know, and don't forget, we got the big story at the end.
We do. All right. This one says, medical malpractice against the therapist. Is this a thing? All right. Hey everyone. I just need to know if I have legal grounds for a medical malpractice here.
No. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was in couples therapy with my then wife for a year now. Over the last few months, we started having problems. Our couple therapist encouraged me to ask my wife for a separation. She said my ex-wife was not good for me and we'd never work out. On the night I separated from her, our therapist was on the phone pushing me to go through with it. 2 weeks later, it comes out that our couple's therapist and my then wife were having a romantic and sexual relationship.
Oh!
I feel like I was taken advantage of and that my client privilege was violated. My trust has been broken and I want this woman to never work again. Do I have any grounds for the suit?
Oh, the therapist is a woman?
I guess so. I want this woman to never work again. So
and the woman's getting it on with his wife?
I guess so.
Oh!
Yeah. And he's like, do I have any grounds for a suit here?
Yeah, he does.
Does he really?
100%.
Really?
What you think about this for a minute? Okay. Imagine this. I'm being kind of serious. Okay.
All right.
Imagine I advise a client to take a lowball settlement offer because I'm screwing the woman that has to pay it to him. And so I tell him, look, take 10 grand. She doesn't have more of it. Yeah. And it comes out later. I'm sticking it to her. Okay. It's impossible to know then if my judgment's in compromise.
That's true.
The fucking therapist gets on the phone and encourages him to leave the woman she's having an affair with.
You know, there were a couple of these stories too.
I mean, fuck yes, he has grounds.
Yeah.
I would immediately get an attorney. Hell
this happened
yes,
4
he
months
does.
ago too. It was recent. This was 4 months ago. Yeah.
Fuck yes, he does. Yeah. And she will probably lose her license or have it suspended or we'll have to answer an inquiry or something.
Exactly.
Look, unless they're in like Mississippi where maybe this goes on there all the time. I don't know.
Mississippi is not, that's a southern state. Aren't they like not LGBTQ friendly?
Oh, I'm just saying like, you know, therapists having affairs and
because I'm like, I'm just
saying, I don't know.
Lesbians now.
Yeah, that's true.
It might not go that well in the South.
That's true. That's fair enough. But I'm just saying, like, unless this is a place where this kind of shit's tolerated somehow.
That's true.
Fuck yeah, he's got. So, what would Eric do? Eric would let his fingers do the walking, get a fucking lawyer on the phone.
Yep.
And by the way, as embarrassing as it might be for you, do not hold back with your lawyer. Tell him
and
everything.
She's a licensed counselor by the state.
Oh, fuck yes.
Yep.
That state is going to be paying you out a fairly healthy sum.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine that? Oh my god.
No, I can't.
The trauma this guy must feel. Like,
you're
supposed to be fixing me and you took my wife.
I know. You know what? This is going to sound terrible. You know what I'm dreaming of now? I'm dreaming of being the lawyer to representing him. I wish
reach out to him. Maybe
I wish this was California.
Maybe we don't know where he's at.
I'm just saying, oh my god. Buddy, please, if you're in California, fucking look us up. I got you.
Yeah.
35% contingency fee. I'll advance all the costs. Exactly. Okay. I got you on this one.
That's insane to me. I know.
Yeah. And I'm saying, like, encouraging him to walk out. And oh my God, imagine, I don't mean to be graphic, but imagine he's on the phone with her. She's on the phone with him saying, yeah, you got to go, Jimmy, pack your shit. And the whole time his wife is like under her desk.
Imagine.
That's what I'm saying. Like, like going to town while she's. I know, but I'm just saying, like, how the fuck do you do that? Oh, wow.
No, and there were so many stories of these. So many people have lost their spouse to the therapist.
That's crazy.
So many. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are y'all doing in therapy?
I'm serious. That's crazy.
Yeah. I told you, these last 3 are.
Wow. That's weird. I mean, I guess it happens, but damn.
But constantly? That was the problem.
It's almost like, I hate to say it, but therapists may be in that weird, unique situation where they've uncovered the root cause of these issues.
Exactly.
And I think if they were sociopathic, they could easily turn that and manipulate the person.
Exactly.
But that's really, really sus. I mean, for this therapist to be getting it on with the guy's wife and then encouraging him to leave her.
She's no good for you. You have to divorce her.
And that's what I mean. It'd be different if it was like the wife's therapist.
No.
And she's like, look, your wife's here with me. You need to pack up. I mean, that's different. She's supposed to help him, and all she did was help herself to
that's what she
some
did.
more
That's
dining at the Y. Yeah.
Yep.
So listen, I hope those tacos are good because, I mean, she's going to be eating a lot of tacos in jail. Although I don't know if it's criminal.
No,
I have to think about that.
Hey, hopefully this guy reaches out if he's in California.
I mean, but
we get the full story.
I mean, we got to post a link to the podcast on this Reddit subject. Like, hey. Buddy,
your story made it.
Right. Hey, you know what? Right. Give us a call.
I'll message him already.
I'm serious. Oh my God. That's crazy.
I told you these last 3 are good. All right. On to the next one.
All right.
My husband's ex-girlfriend is dying. Her last wish is to be with my husband one last time.
Oh, let him have it. Sorry. I don't even need to hear the rest. The bitch is going to die. Okay. If she was dickmatized so much by your husband and you probably know what that's all about.
If this was you, you're not letting it happen. But this is what would Eric do.
Okay, well, we already established that the rules don't apply to me.
So what would Eric do then?
All right. So, go ahead and read the whole thing.
My husband, let's call him Seb, and his ex, Tanya.
That means his name is Seth.
Or Sebastian.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and she's Tina. Mm-hmm. But okay, go ahead.
Became best friends after their breakup a couple of years ago due to her infidelity. They were together for 5 years. Needless to say, they remained in contact even before he met me. I would be lying if I say it never made me feel uncomfortable even once. It did, and it still does because Tanya's still in love with my husband. She never denied it, and in fact would even call or message me when she can't get a hold of him. Aside from cancer, she also has some mental health issues, thus my husband would always tell me to be kind and patient towards her. Seb is no longer in love with her, of course. She cheated, and Seb swore that he would never go back to her and he only sees her as family now. Well, 2 weeks ago, my husband received a call from Tanya to tell him about the sad news. My husband cried with her and told her everything is going to be okay. They were on the phone the whole day. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that Seb and I moved to Australia a few months ago because of my job, and Tanya's in Canada. I don't know what this had to do with this photo.
Nothing.
They mostly talk via long-distance calls or WhatsApp. They've been in contact almost every day since we left, which always bothers me, but at this point, what can I do, right? After that call, my husband told me everything. To be honest, I did feel bad for her, and I genuinely feel sad. I asked him what was going to happen now. Seb told me that he's going to go back to Canada, which is a shock. He then told me that her last wish is to be with him. I didn't say anything except, well, what about me? He said if I can't leave my job, then he's just going to come visit me whenever he gets the chance to. I walked out without saying anything. I've been avoiding my husband since that phone call, and I've been ignoring him whenever he tried to bring up the conversation. Yesterday, I found out he's already bought a ticket and is flying back home. I feel like he's abandoning me, but at the same time, I feel that I'm selfish for hating both of them now. I'm honestly thinking of getting a divorce because obviously he's choosing her over me, but at the same time, I thought of why my husband is so attached to her. Seb considered Tanya and her family like his own, as he doesn't really have one. She's probably like a sister to him now, but Tanya doesn't feel that same way. She's madly in love with my husband, and him granting her wish will surely make her think that they still have a chance. What would you do in this situation? Can you imagine? Jen is like, you know what? My ex-husband is dying, and he wants to be with me for the remainder of his life. And I already got the ticket. I'm leaving. I'll come visit you whenever you have the chance if you can't leave.
I'll tell you the difference. And this may or may not matter, but if she and her ex were best friends and maintained that type of solid friendship, I would understand her wanting to take care of him through this end of life stage that he's going to go through with cancer. In this case, she, and go back to the story. You're asking what would Eric do? Well, this is going to be a tough one.
Okay.
Because on the one hand, I am in a committed monogamous relationship.
Right.
And I don't have thoughts or fantasies of other women.
Right.
This is not somebody new to him. They have a shared past. He has made peace with her infidelity. They have become inseparably good friends.
Right.
Right. What would Eric do? Eric would go take care of his friend, and then I would probably give it to her and not tell. It's her dying wish. I know it sucks, but by the way, depending on how fucking cancer riddled she is, it may not happen anyway.
That's true.
Right? It may not even be possible. Right? So I guess the way to put it, I don't know that I would actually go through with it or not. That's probably something I would have kept out of the story. I think that's all. Because I know me. I don't think that I would be inclined to go cheat even with an ex that I have a history with. I don't think that I would be comfortable knowing she's dying, and there's all sorts of weirdness to it.
Yeah.
But what I probably wouldn't do is tell my now wife or girlfriend or whatever that that's what she wants. I would, because especially if I don't think I'm going to go through with it.
Yeah.
Then
what if he does?
But if he does, it's a different kind of issue. And then I hate to say this, but she still should never know about it, because I think that, again, the way this is written.
Yeah.
If he were to go through with it, this may be the only one he would ever do that with for these particular reasons. But again, I don't know. Again, I don't know that I would go through with it. I believe I would not. Right. For a lot of reasons. But I probably would feel somewhat compelled to try to see my friend or this close person, especially somebody I think is like family, like a sister. Her parents sort of like adopted me in a sense. I'd probably feel very compelled to go and be with that person during this period of time. Till they end their, till life is over. And especially if I don't think physically I'm going to do that just because I have these morals or standards, I wouldn't bring it up. Why put my wife through the doubt? And then in the end, if nothing happens anyway, I got to come back and she has to basically believe that. Yeah. That's why I'm saying just stupid to even say anything. But now that you did, I guess you got to assure her, like, look, I'm not going to do it. Don't worry. It doesn't matter what she wants. Only what I want. She's still a good friend. She's dying. She has issues, but she's family. You got to just, give this to me for a while and I'll be back. What? You're making these faces. You disagree? No,
I disagree.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, there we have it. All right. Let's hear it.
Honestly, I don't care that she's dying. So
of course you don't.
I really
there
don't.
She is.
This is not Make-A-Wish, bitch. This is not Make-A-Wish, bitch. Okay, go ask to go to Disneyland. Ask to go somewhere. Do not ask for my husband. No. And why would she think in her mind that's even reasonable to ask?
She's dying. She doesn't care.
I don't give a fuck.
No,
bitch, die.
Okay, but I'm just saying, why would she think it's reasonable? She doesn't care. She's dying anyway. So why not ask? What's the worst case? He says no.
So bitchy though. Like, he's married and everyone knows you're so in love with him. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. The husband he's a bitch because he never cut contact with her. I don't think it's okay to be friends with your exes. Maybe I'm still young and I'm still in that mindset. It is not okay to be friends with your exes.
It's
your
different.
Exes should not be your friend.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. It's just different in this case because they're also like family. It doesn't matter what should have happened when they first broke up.
Right.
It's about where they are now. Yeah. She clearly relies on him and they have a bond, good, bad, or otherwise. The fact that he forgave the infidelity and stayed friends with her speaks more about him in a good way. Yeah. Listen, there are not a lot of people on earth that can just get over that kind of hurt or betrayal, look past it and be like, I'll make the best of it, then move on to a healthy relationship, assuming that he's in a healthy relationship now. I get what his current now wife feels.
Right.
I don't think she's wrong to feel that way. I'm just saying, what would Eric do? I'd probably go help her get through this last part of her life. I don't think I would mention the other thing. And if it didn't happen, so then nothing lost.
Well, I also don't like how he bought the ticket before even like being able to talk about it with his now wife.
I don't know what's to talk about. Like, I mean, he's going to go either way. Again, let's pretend for a second it's not his ex. Let's just say it's really his sister.
Right.
Okay, forget about the sex part. I'm just saying.
Right.
he sees her as a sister. She may see him differently, but that doesn't mean he sees her the same way.
I'm still saying no.
I understand you are. I'm just saying.
As a woman, I know women. Nope.
This is a tough one.
She's gonna die, and we can go to the funeral together.
Wow. Oh my God. This is a wobbler to me, but clearly you're just, I feel you. Okay. Karina said what she said.
All right. Last one.
Okay.
All right. Am I the asshole for asking my boyfriend to stop being friends with his coworker? Okay. My female 28 boyfriend, male 25, we recently found out has a slight autism. Okay. We have been together for 5 years. He has always had a lot of woman friends, and it has never bothered me. He started a new job 6 months ago. This is unnecessary context. One day, he came home with a magic brownie, which is really out of character for him, and said he didn't know what to do with it, so he ate it on the weekend. I see him giggling a lot, and I tell him to go to bed. He gives me his phone and asks me to order him a pizza, and then immediately falls asleep. I just close the app and accidentally see the next one that is open. He has an Instagram conversation telling a coworker, "Oh my God, I love your face. Everything suits you." Of course, I get alarmed and I start reading all the conversations he has with her. He says things over the span of weeks like, "Your voice is so hot. It's like a mermaid's voice. You're my eye candy because I get happy when I see you. Your eyes are super cute." They even have pet names for each other. They had gone to drink before and talked about next time they go to get more wasted and eating a magic brownie like the one he had just eaten. He invites him to stay on her couch next time, and he says yes. And she says, "Be careful though, because I bite." He answers laughing with, "So should I be careful around you?" The final punch was that she asked him to go to a special restaurant that we had been wanting to go for our anniversary, but hadn't been able to. He was like, "Oh my God, my girlfriend really wants to go there. Sure, we can go." He didn't even tell me he went there with her. After I confronted him, he told me that she was his new best friend, but he didn't realize that the conversation looked like flirting to an outside person. Remember, he has the tism. That they were definitely not flirting, and that to him, this was just a friendship. He thinks that she's also a lesbian, and he apologized and promised that he will take new limits to take into account and never speak to that anyone ever like that. This wasn't enough for me. I wanted him to cut off their friendship, and he refused. We are in couples therapy, and he goes to individual therapy as well. The therapists have said that I can't force him to cut this relationship, and I have to trust him when he says that he won't do it again, and that he only loves me. He tells me his friends also say that I'm being toxic, while my friends keep asking me why I'm letting this slide. I believe if I can't get past this, we will sadly break up. It has been a shitty 2 months and my emotions all over the place. I feel like I'm living in her shadow and keep thinking about those texts. Tonight, he went to a party with his work friend group, and she's there as well. I refused to go just because I didn't want to meet her. I really didn't want him to go, but I can't force him. So Reddit, am I the asshole for still wanting her gone out of his life?
Yep.
Does this remind you of any other story?
No. No, that's not the point. I'll tell you what. If he truly has a touch of the tism, and he doesn't really see this as a problem, and he doesn't really know better, and he's willing to take accountability, right? Then this girlfriend needs to grow the fuck up. Yeah. Maybe the other coworker has other things in mind.
Right.
Okay. But it's also possible that she too realizes he's got this touch and she's just messing around also.
Maybe she's lesbian. Like he said, I thought she was lesbian.
Even if she's not, I understand it may not seem super innocent on the top, on the surface.
Well, as a girlfriend, it's not going to seem.
Right. But it doesn't sound like he's really doing anything terrible.
No.
And also, honestly, it does sound a bit autistic when you're like, "Oh, my
your voice is like a mermaid." That I've been wanting to go to that restaurant so long with my girlfriend. Yeah, let's go. Like he didn't. It's not. Yeah, it's not on purpose.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he didn't calculate how fucked up that was going to be because he probably didn't have any bad intentions anyway.
Exactly.
He's just kind of it's
even how he says like, "Oh, you're eye candy," because I get happy when I see you. But that you can tell that's tism. Like he's not even fully understanding what eye candy really is.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that she is a bit overreactive. The fact, and by the way, this may be the one time the therapist is right. You can't tell somebody to no longer be friends with somebody else. They're only going to resent you for it later.
Exactly.
If this person is truly just a work friend. Oh, and by the way, she should have gone to the fucking work event.
So she can meet her.
Right. And if for nothing else, so that the one sees that, she's got competition.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
And if she really is trying to, slide in there, she'd be like, all right, well, him and his wife are serious. Like, I mean.
That's right. Look, I learned a long time ago, women like to mark their territories.
Yes.
Okay. So she should have gone to that fucking office party.
She should have looked her best.
That's right. And that's right. She should have slutted it up with her outfit.
Exactly.
And been like, look, this is what he comes home to every night.
Exactly.
Let me I'll be like, look, bitch, you may be candy. I'm the whole fucking dessert. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's what Eric would do. Exactly. Eric would, you know what I would do? Okay. I would hire a fucking professional model to come with me just to fuck with the other person like that. Like, oh, yeah, this is, Svetlana or whatever. Or whatever to like my, my, I
know a lady named Svetlana.
You know what I mean?
Made it funnier.
Like my, fucking blonde, buxom, girlfriend that, so you keep that in mind the next time you want to,
You're trying to invite me over to your couch.
Right.
Either that or get a bodybuilder bitch and just be like, next time, she doesn't want you inviting me to your house and you see this big bitch, I'll flip no.
Yeah. This is a good kind of story to kind of like lighten the mood at the end. But yeah, this doesn't, it's, oh boy, now I understand. It sounds like just some bad judgment, but probably pretty innocent.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you understand why it's last?
Yes. This is a great segue.
Yes.
Into what will be our bonus. So I'll tell you what. Let's wrap up. Yep. We'll because we have to do that part later, and then we'll add that.
Oh, I was going to add it right now.
All right, hey everyone, we're back, and as promised, now that we have broken the 1,500 subscribers and listeners on Apple and Spotify, we are going to treat you all to the famous Facebook story. Yes. But, and this is the big one, as a special added bonus, the story will be told by my sister-in-law, Erin.
Yes.
That's literally Karen minus the K. And you're going to hear it now straight from the horse's mouth. So hang on. We're going to get her on.
Hello.
Good evening. You are on the Late Podcast, that's the law according to Eric. Karina's on.
Hi, Erin.
For our audience, this is my brother Josh's wife, my sister-in-law, Erin. And as promised, we are going to now finally tell everybody the famous Facebook story.
Yes.
So today's episode, by the way, it recorded today, it's going to drop Friday morning, was about couples and like couples that need therapy.
Yes.
Not saying that you guys, but just it's all about couples and the different trials and tribulations that couples go through. We had some crazy, crazy stories that will appear Friday morning. And this is going to be the cherry on top. So, sister.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Right on.
Of course.
All right, sister, take it away.
Okay. Well, I was trying to remember exactly how this all started, so I thought I would just start it by letting the audience know that my husband is not allowed on Facebook anymore.
And for everyone here, Josh has been on the podcast, so you guys know him. That is who she's talking about. Josh is not allowed to have Facebook.
So my husband, Josh, who we all love dearly, is not allowed on Facebook anymore. He is, and not that Facebook wouldn't allow him on, it's that his wife, lovely wife, would not allow him on. And there is actually 3 Facebook stories.
Oh.
The first 2 are very quick, and then I'll lead up to the cherry on top.
Okay.
All right. Fair.
Okay. So the first reason that Mr. Josh is not allowed on Facebook was he posted a job offering to a family member of mine on the wall, the public wall.
Oh my God.
Not a private message. So one of my cousin's sons, who has all of his friends from work on his Facebook, is a, younger guy, and Josh was trying to talk to him about a job.
Oh my God.
And started doing it on the public wall. And I saw it and was mortified. And said, no, that is public. That is not a private message, dear. And he was like, oh. And I said, okay, there's one strike. There's the first strike. Just a quick thing he did. The second quick thing he did, Eric knows the story, and I won't go into all the details, but he was banned from Facebook for 24 hours.
Oh my God.
Into a Facebook fight with a woman, and just making some really terrible comments to her, and she reported him.
Let me just say, that might have been my fault.
That was your fault?
That might have been my fault, to be honest.
Eric might have been involved in that one. I don't remember.
Is that the one that you came in?
No.
No. All right, go ahead.
That's the one you were involved in.
Yeah.
The point is, Facebook themselves banned him for 24 hours. Like, he was in Facebook jail.
Oh my God.
So this all happened, by the way, before his lovely wife banned him in our marriage. So let me just start with those two things before I go in. Okay. So knowing that, what happened with our Facebook marriage story, and first of all, I want to say one more thing as well. I know I have a lot of things to say. I believe that Facebook is where married people go to wonder, to have a wondering eye and to look for old flames and to rekindle, high school sweetheart. That's what I think Facebook is used for.
So, Erin, do you not have Facebook?
I do, but I don't do that on there, obviously. Very happy. I think it's also good for the older generation that want to post photos and check up on their family. But I think if you're not in the older generation and you do go on there, I hardly go on, very rarely. I think it is when married people want to wander around the Facebook universe looking at people.
Okay.
So, let me start this. Let me see what I remember. I know this was a while ago. It was a Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
And I decided to go on our desktop PC to look something up on the internet. And when I opened Google search, or the browser, whatever you call it, Facebook was open, this is when Josh was on it. So he would go on it on the PC.
Right.
And I was going to close it right away. But then I thought, well, let's just poke around a little. Why not?
Sure.
I mean, it's open. On my computer that
he left
share.
the computer. He left it open. She found it. That's his fault.
And so it's game on, right?
Exactly. I agree with her on that, actually.
Thank you. So I didn't really poke around very far, but I did see on the right hand side is the messenger portion where there's lots of messages, and most of it looked like people I know, except there was one block of messages of someone I've never known, and we've been married at this point. It was 15 years, so I pretty much know everyone that he has mentioned or who he knows. So there was a woman picture, and I just was who's this? I'll just click on it. Maybe it's an old coworker. Well, I clicked on it, and I really only skimmed it for 2 minutes because I just was looking up and down at the messages, and I just went, "Oh, these are kind of inappropriate." I think I'm not okay with this. Let me just look 1 more, 2 more sentences, 3 more sentences. Oh, I'm going to shut this down. This is weird. This is a lot of messages going back and forth.
What were the messages about? Can we know?
So I don't remember because this was a while ago, and I wanted to close it very quickly because I immediately, my heart started racing, and I immediately was getting really mad. It was kind of hi, good morning. What are you doing today? Oh, hi. What are you up to today? And I'm why are you checking in with this person who I've never even met? And then it was, there was a couple of sexual innuendo jokes that I thought were a little cross the line. And I was what is this? Is this his Facebook girlfriend or something? What is this?
Facebook girlfriend.
Yeah. So I basically closed it and immediately stormed out of the hallway looking for him. And he's what is wrong with you? What is going on? And I was I'm very upset. I was just on the computer and Facebook was open. He's okay. And I said, why are there messages between you and whatever her name was? I don't remember the name. I was so mad. And he's first he said, oh, that's just an old friend from college. Like I was trying to say earlier, where people go to rekindle. Okay. And I said,
you're
what do you mean?
Milk that line.
Yes, I am, because I do that. So I was well, I didn't appreciate all these messages, different times of the day. I'm getting up, getting dressed, going to work for our family, and you're sitting here messaging some random person. What is this? Do something better with your time.
You're right.
That was my first response. No one has time for this.
You're right. I feel that. You were over here getting up every morning and going to work. And he was messaging this girl how he's just
laying around texting on Facebook. So I was very mad. Then he said, you're being crazy, which I don't think I was. Maybe I was. And he's like, stop it. I would never do anything like that. I said, well, I saw messages that made me very upset. I'm very mad. Yep. And then it turned into Josh getting mad at me for looking at his Facebook. And I said, well, it was open.
You're right. It was open.
Came on. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm so upset. I don't want to talk to you the rest of the day. I need to cool off. I'm so mad. Well, about 30 minutes goes by, and he somehow came to the conclusion that person was his old fraternity brother who is now a woman.
What?
That's what Josh came up with?
What? Where did that even come from?
All of a sudden, it was, well, that's my old fraternity brother, so-and-so, who's now a woman. And I said, no, it is not. You are so lying right now. That is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Not that you couldn't do that. We don't care. But that is not what happened.
That was the worst lie he could, out of all the things he could have said, that incriminated him right then and there.
I know, that's how I know. Like, I know my brother. That's how I know it's like nothing. Because you're like so panicked. Like, what do I say?
And I was like, okay, now you're making it worse. So I, being the investigator I am, right. I start looking on social media at who is this person?
As you should. I would have too.
Okay, so I went on like Instagram, and then I don't know if Eric remembers this part. He was like heart emojiing her pictures on Instagram.
No.
He's just liking.
No.
Because he doesn't know what it means.
He was leaving hearts, she said.
It's like, he double tap and like shows a heart like I like it.
Oh, okay. I thought he was commenting.
There was one picture where he put the emoji of like a flame.
No, he did. Oh, he was commenting. Oh my God.
Yeah. And the girl, look, I'm not an insecure person. Eric can tell you that.
Right.
And the girl was really not attractive. And I was really confused about that, too.
That's the funny. She was seriously. She literally, let me just say, she was bowling shoe ugly.
Ew.
And I was like, why are you even talking to this person with it made no sense. I'm like, just apologize and you're banned from Facebook.
Honestly, you're better than me. He would have been banned from having a phone. Because why are you commenting on other girls' pictures? You're right. You know what? I'm on your side, Erin. I think you were right for banning. I feel like yes.
I feel like there's a big, giant metal pot right in front of Karina, and she's just stirring it.
No, because honestly, I didn't know he was commenting on the girl's Instagram. That was wrong of him.
He just sent an emoji of something. He doesn't even know what half of them mean. Neither do I. That's the point. Like, I once sent an eggplant to my kid. I didn't know what that was. I'm just saying.
Josh should say to me, I don't know what that means. I was just liking a photo. And I said, no, you hearted a photo. You hearted a photo. You didn't just do a thumbs up. You did a heart and a flame. That is deeper. And I am pissed.
Yeah, I would have been pissed too.
We actually had a one-on-one vacation planned the week after to Mexico. Uh-huh. I was like, I don't even want to be alone with you now. On the plane, at the hotel, I don't even want to be alone with you. I am so mad at you.
No.
Wait, was this the flight where she had to bring the boiling water into the bathroom?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Yes, maybe I made a stomach upset because I was so pissed. But I was like, this is not okay, and I am not okay with this. And like I said, I'm going to work every day, and you're sitting home, Facebook messaging some weird lady from college that I've never met. Not okay. So that is the Facebook story. I don't know if I left anything out, Eric. If you remember any details, it's been a while.
No, that's the best part was the first excuse, that used to be a guy.
Yeah.
Where does he fucking come up with that?
Well, he's comes up with a lot of things, but I said, I see through that one, clear through. That is the stupidest lie.
Yep.
And I said, and why are you talking to the friend who was a guy? And I know who the guy is. He's trying to tell me he's a girl. I said, no,
exactly. You knew the guy. You knew. Oh my God, that made it so much worse.
Before we've been married 15 years. I know everyone he knows.
Oh my God. Josh is the worst liar. At this point, she knows this guy.
Let me just say, in my brother's defense, you know why he's a bad liar? Because he doesn't lie.
That's true.
Really, I know Josh. I know he's just he doesn't even think about this kind of stuff.
And I think he was first just upset he got caught.
Yeah.
I think he thought it was innocent, but I thought it was crossing the line. Oh, and there is one more little thing at the end.
Mhm.
I'll throw in. I removed it from the computer. Like, I literally said, I don't want to see this. I removed like the password, but like 2 months later, I opened Chrome again, and for some reason, I went onto my Facebook, and his opened.
Oh.
And I opened the Facebook Messenger, and the girl said, "Where have you been? Are you mad at me?"
Did you reply back? Because I would have replied back.
No.
Aw.
I don't think I did. I don't remember if I did. Honestly,
You
I
should have.
wanted to, but I don't think I did.
Well, but that shows that
And
he just.
That's true. That he really didn't want to.
Right,
Yeah.
He cut it off.
But,
and he was
yeah,
serious.
I would have responded. Like, if I was Aaron,
But then she's wondering where he's at. Like, they were talking every day.
Aaron, I would have texted her back and let her know.
Where are you?
Exactly. I would have texted her back and been like, this is his wife.
Damn.
He's occupied. Thank you, honey.
So I think I signed out again and deleted everything again.
Yep.
And I think I did go on another time, like 3 months later, just to make sure there was no activity.
No, the best part of this.
A while. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. The best part of the story that I remember is she compromised with Josh. She goes, "Josh, we can have a joint Facebook account."
Honestly, that's how I would do it too. Yep.
Well, I forgot the other thing that, like I said, Josh is just really Facebook dumb. I'm just going to say. He literally has like 4 Facebooks because he keeps starting new ones.
No, I know. I
They
have
all
like
have
old ones.
They
that are
all
just
have different birthdays. And then people will text him and say happy birthday, and it's not his real birthday.
So you could tell it was harmless, though. Josh's thing was
He's
harmless.
just
Yeah.
not good at this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? You just need to like exit this system. You need to get off the platform, and you are never allowed on it again.
Oh.
That's it.
Well, Aaron, because of this story, you listen to the podcast, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the episode the story that's gonna be right before this part, I threw it in because it's kind of the same. I had got the Cliff Notes version of the story, so I kind of threw in that story for you so you can have a laugh at it too.
Cool. I'm very excited to hear it. And
well,
I'm not trying to offend the makers of Facebook, but I do think married people go on there to find their cheating exes. But that's just my opinion.
You know what I think is going to happen now? I think this episode with Erin is going to blow up, and then people are going to comment and they're going to want her back like every week.
Exactly.
Well, I was going to tell you, anytime you want me to come on and talk about evictions or rent, I'm happy to do it.
Oh, we could make that an episode.
Oh, yeah. Eviction. And
Yeah.
Landlords from hell.
Yeah.
Hashtag pay your rent. I'm totally.
She's so savage.
For that.
Good.
All right.
We'll definitely get you back. Yeah.
We'll let you get back to your. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. It's okay. I was just going to say, if you edit that out, I'll understand.
No. I'm just going to say we're going to let you get back to your man now. Because
Yes, and we're still happily married. I took him back. We're happily married. So
yep.
everything's good.
All right. Well, I'll be there next month in Vegas, so I'll see you guys then.
Great. You guys take care.
All right.
Bye, Erin.
Thank you for doing this. All right. Take
You're
care.
welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was fun.
Well, there you go, fam. There you
Yes.
have it. I feel like maybe I thought this was a funnier story in my own mind.
No, this was funny. This was hilarious. I love the story, honestly.
He was so beside himself. But it's okay now.
I can just imagine Josh just like, I didn't even mean anything.
I know that's what I'm saying. Look, it's hard to hear it like the audio and understand. My brother is so harmless.
Yeah.
He really is. You know,
Yeah.
he really is just like a nice, easygoing guy. So this is what made it so funny for us, because anybody that knows him knows it's just so out of character for him, like in general. So it was just funny, like how like the most innocent of things become, terrible. But
Yeah.
anyway, so there you go. That's our little bonus treat for our fam, our audience. We're so appreciative.
Yes.
And we've got some really funny ones coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a sneak peek. What are we going to be talking about in the next couple of weeks?
All right. So we have money laundering stories. We still have to do HOA horror stories coming up. We had crazy diets. Off the top of my tongue, that's all I really can remember. Do you remember any more of the topics?
No, those are pretty good.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, as a sneak peek,
Mhm.
I actually know of a almost foolproof way to launder money.
I know a money launderer. Well,
Yeah, I
used to.
don't know if I can share that
I
publicly
can't do that.
with the world, but maybe if somebody has something similar in their story, I can relate to it.
We can throw it in there.
And for those of you that, if you ever bother to like Google image me, you'll see I'm a larger guy. I've probably tried every fad diet. So when we do the crazy diet ones, I'll have a lot of
He will have a lot of stories.
Yeah. All the way back to like my mom put me and Josh into Weight Watchers and we were like 10. I mean, we were big kids. Huh? No, I'm just saying it was just, so I bad. Know. So anyway, so we've got some funny ones coming up. Again, appreciate you all. Mm-hmm. And until then, we'll keep it coming and appreciate you all. Tell them where to find us.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate all the support. Remember, you can find us at The Bentomic and Firm on Instagram. Also, our Insta for the podcast is at The Late Podcast, and there's periods in between the word late. Our Twitter and TikTok is at The Bentomic and Firm. Our website is eblawfirm.us, and you can email us at info@eblawfirm.us. Also, if we post spoilers on the actual firm for this podcast, so I post a lot of spoilers on there right before the episode's going to drop. So make sure to check that out, guys. And comment what themes you guys want to see so we know what you guys like. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.